to Cooking with Abba. Today I'm going to teach you this special coconut recipes you can make: coconut toffee, coconut ice cream, coconut milk, coconut paste, and a lot of coconut goodness for today's video. So I'm taking you straight to my homeland, yes, and into my house, yes. So this is how traditionally we make coconut milk. Yes. So you have the copper or the very dried coconut. Yes, this is not the watery one that we do, or those who you just cut and then you drink. No, these ones are dried forms, and they dry up on the tree before they take them up. So for this, when they crack the water out, which we're not going to use, they take the coconut meal out of the what? The shell. The shell is very hard. If you don't take care, it can even cut you. Yes. So they take the food part out of it, and then once you're done, we're going to then go to what? Wash the coconut. So that's my grandmom and my auntie working on the coconut. Yes, so like I said, I'm taking you straight to the roots. Yes, straight to the root. I love videos like this where you can see how things are done naturally, realistically. Yes, you won't see this all the time, but yes, these are type of videos I love. So once these are done, you actually have to wash the coconuts. Yes, you have to wash them at least 2 or 3 times. 2 or 3 times. You need to wash them and wash them thoroughly. And then they go to the mill, because if you don't go to the mill, you have to grate it yourself. Grating it yourself is a bit troublesome. So they have this mechanized kind of mill. So it has a big grater, and then the board is just like pushing the coconut onto the grater. Then the grater grates the coconut for you. So this one gives you like the grated coconut kind of feel, and this actually helps you save time. And I think it's a very innovative local machine, which is awesome to work with. So like I mentioned, there's a big grater, then there's in the wooden box, and then there's a ply that is kind of helping push the coconut onto the grater. So you just need to, it's pretty much more manual. So you may have to take it onto the grater maybe like 2 or 3 times for you to get a very smooth kind of consistency as well. And this is in diesel powered, it's not electricity powered. So whether there's doomso or no doomso, it actually works. So this is uniqueness. This is awesome. For this, you realize that once it comes out, is very well grated and gritty. So you sprinkle a little bit of water on it just to get it a bit more moist for you to be able to what? Squeeze it out. But that's very much optional. If you have something that can really take out most of the water, then you are safe. Then in a nylon cloth, you're going to squeeze out the milk from the pulp or the coconut that you've actually just what? Gone to mill or to grate. Let me put it like that. But if you have good blenders or good juicers for those ones, now I know there are lots of blenders you can use, commercial blenders and things you can actually use. But this is how you go if you want to go um less mechanized, let me put it like that. Yes, and usually if it's the larger commercial ones, sometimes that's what happens, because if you're using a small blender for this, oh my, it will take you quite a lot of time. So this goes on, and the chaff, you won't be able to, but the chaff usually has less milk and taste and things, so usually we tend to give it away to the pigs for them to eat. So for the milk, yes, this is the milk in there. You can just keep it, and then we can use it the for the toffees and then for the ice cream. I don't recommend you freezing it. If you freeze, because of the oil in, it's going to kick and separate, and it gets very messy. So never freeze it. So the first thing I'm going to teach you is to make the coconut toffee. So unfortunately, I'm back to my new reality. So I bought coconut milk, and then I'm adding cane sugar or sugar cane. You can use white sugar, any sugar you like, but I like the cane sugar because that was a bit more, how do I say, it's less sugary, and it's a bit more plant based. Like you can see the grains and all those things. I liked that one. So I got the milk, and the milk too, you have to buy one that has more of the fat base than the water. You know, coconut milk, some of them have more water in them, and some have more of the fat or the cream in there. So you just buy the creamy one and then you add your sugar, and that's all that you need. That's all that you need. I'm adding a bit of lemon, just half a piece of lemon in. This is when it is thickening and you see the bubbles or like layers. You realize when I started it was not brown, but now it's thickening up. So I'm adding the lemon in to beat the very sugary kind of taste in there. The lemon actually helps it and it gives it a very good flavor or taste when you are done with it. Without the lemon, it tastes too much sugar kind of vibe, which is not my guy. So you're just going to be stirring this honestly till it thickens and thickens and thickens and thickens very well. So the same thing. If you have access to the fresh one, you can use it. But if you don't have access to the fresh one, you can also buy the canned one. And honestly, the canned one I think is easy to work with for your toffee. The canned one is easy to work with for your toffee. I'm going to show you the fresh one as well, and you get to understand why I'm saying the canned one is easy to work with for your toffee. Just that will cost you a bit more. And this is realistic food business you can do. This is realistic food business you can do because everybody likes toffee. Yes, when you're done eating, you want to clean your mouth, or sometimes you just want something. You know that thing. And kids always love toffees and all those things. So it's a realistic food business you can actually go in to do. It's something, if you're looking for something to do to earn something in the short term, I would really recommend that. So I'm just going to be stirring this. The least mistake you do and you don't stir, you'll be in trouble because you need to really keep stirring and stirring. And you realize that the more it's forming, the less it's sticking to the pan and it's going to be coming together better. At this point, if your heat is high, it has to be on a medium to low heat, not a high heat. No, 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 else you're going to have issues. And even at this point, I realized the pan was still hot and it was no more sticking. You realize I've picked on all the sides of the pan. So at this point, I was okay with the texture of it. So I put the fire off and then I allowed it to kind of sit as I made it form. Don't forget that when it cools down, it's going to firm up. Yes, yes. So you need to keep that also in mind. So with this texture, you're going to get something which is not overly grill. It's going to be grill, but it's not going to be like the ones that break your teeth. It's going to be a bit chewy. Yes, this is a texture that I like for it. But if you want it to be grill, you can keep on the fire as it is going in that manner. So on the board I'm going to be working on, I've just spread some butter on it so that it doesn't stick onto it. Yes, I'm just putting some butter onto it so that it doesn't stick onto it. You can use margarine, you can use oil, anything. Once it's hot, it's very much soft and easy to work with. And the butter also helps, yeah, like I said, with the handling, else it becomes something else to work with. So yes, I'm just going to cut and then roll it out. Honestly, this is the hard part because it's hot. Your hands, your hands will be burning, and you have to work on it as quick as possible because once it cools down, it's going to be hard, and you can't really do much with it as well. So that is the unfortunate part. So I'm just stretching them out, and something was like, just play with it, do some design or do something. So I try to stretch it out, roll it out, and you realize because it's hot, as I'm doing, it is also giving me vibes. Yes, but don't mind it. I won't mind it at all. So at this point, yes, I was getting something, but my hands were hot. So please be very much ready for the heat. This is the toughest part of making the candy. Like you need to work with it at a hot temperature. Yes, and you can cut it at this point once you see it forming well or cooling down well. If it's overly cooled down, it's going to be hard, so you may have to use a bit of force to cut, or to break it. So sometimes I like to cut it when it's not overly hard. Yes, that helps me easily cut into my shapes that I want. So it's just up to you. If you don't want any design, please, you don't have to stress your palm for your palm to get hot and heated in there. It's pretty much up to you. But then it's good to have the oil base something in your palm as you work on it. So this is the pretty much the reality of making coconut toffee or kube toffee. Aha, could be toffee. This is abrochi could be toffee. I'm going to show you the local could be toffee too. You see how that also turns out. But if you have the coconut milk, like I would always suggest you go for that one. That is less stress. That is also like the output is always more standardized. Yes, and it's also more great. Yes. So at this point, I'm just putting more butter around it so that it doesn't stick to each other. I'm going to let it cool down a bit. Then once it cools down, I'm just going to put it into my glass jar, and then that is good to go into the fridge or onto your top. And then whenever you want them, you take them and then you enjoy. So yes, this is the Ghanaian snacks you should be making in your home for your kids and for everyone. Yes. So at this point, it's in my jar, and if it's not well cooled down, haha, it's going to stick onto it. So the local one we did, we added sugar in the day before and we placed it into the fridge. But like I said, don't go into the freezer. If it goes into the freezer, it's going to form seriously. Unfortunately for this one, I think the coconut had a lot of milk, sorry, a lot of oil. So as we were making, more oil was coming onto it. As we were making, more oil was coming onto it, which was becoming unbecoming. And this is the tricky part. If you take the oil, most of it out, it becomes how do I say, like it becomes chaffy. Yes, because the oil is also going to help it bind. Yes, so you want to be very careful with that. The oil is going to also help you bind it. So this is how it came out, and we had to finish it off, roll it out, cut. Now the next thing is your coconut ice cream. Yes, ice cream. I'm going to teach you how to make your favorite coconut ice cream as well. So this is abele walls with a twist. Yes, that's how you call it in an abele walls. But I'm giving you with a twist. Yes, and this is a type that you really would enjoy. You really would love it. So to make this, I'm going to start with my coconut milk. This one you can use the one that has a bit more of water. Yes, for the toffee you need the one with less water, more cream or more fat. And for this, I'm adding some sugar as well because ice cream there should be sugar. Then I'm adding in some vanilla essence. You can also use butterscotch essence, but before my essence goes in, I'm going to add in some milk powder. Any milk powder of your choice or of your preference that goes in as well. So once that is in, I'm going to add in the essence. Yes, the milk powder is just to add protein. Yes. So that gives you that protein texture. If you don't like it, you can use any protein preference of your choice. I'm just going to whisk all of this up together beautifully. And once I'm done, I'm just going to scoop them into my molds. So those are silicone molds to give me that hearty shapes. Yes, Val's Day is good. You can do this. But if you want to make it flavored, you can use fruit in there. So you could blend like mango into it. You could blend like strawberries into it. Yes, if you want it to be fruity. Yes. And this kind of helps you. Just healthy local ice creams you can like use. So I cleaned the rest off, yes. And then I had more smaller molds. And for this one, I had to just be innovative. I didn't have some, how do you call it, the wooden sticks. I didn't have, so I just used the toothpicks. I just used double of it in there to make it easy for me to what, take it out. Yes, to make it easy for me to take it out. As for your kitchen, it's your kitchen. Oh, you choose what you want to do. No pressure in life. Yes. So once that goes in, that is also done. Locally, usually these are actually tied. Yes, usually tied in polythenes. So I can't do Ghanaian something without going the Ghanaian local way. So locally, they usually use these smaller rubbers. Then you tie them up, and then they go into your freezer. So you're going to freeze this up. Overnight is good. Overnight is good, like 8 hours. Let it freeze overnight to form good, good molds. And this one is mwah. Don't forget that there's protein. Don't forget that there's fat and oils. Don't forget there's sugar. So this is like let me say a balanced diet of its own. Fruit and this is not vegetable, fruit. So there's like a balanced diet on this own. And those are delicious, healthy ice creams. For my love molds, I'm just taking them out of those and then we're good to go. Yes, we're good to go. So this is like pretty much a good way to enjoy your favorite Kenyan recipes. If you did like this video, if you learned something from it, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share to someone else and let them smile and remember their Kenyan favorite. And let them be able to replicate this. I'd really love you to replicate this at home. So till I see you in the next food video, do live life to the fullest. Be joyous, be merry. Lots of love for my team and I.